Hi guys, welcome. Nice to see you guys again, and thank you so much for tuning in to me, Tanya Marie, and welcome to T Marie's Juice Bar. Okay, um, so I hope you guys had a great weekend. This is the first complete weekend of fall, and who does not love fall? I have to admit, you guys, fall is my favorite season of the year. I can't deny it. There's just so much to not love. Like, how could you not love it? Okay, it's the perfect weather. The weather is just oh so right. Um, Time to whip out the crock pots and break out all those recipes that just warms the soul, like chili, stew, dumplings, soups. What else? You know what I mean, but apple cider, that's another one. And yes, speaking of apple cider, one year I made this amazing apple cider recipe, okay? And of course, it was an adult beverage, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. And once I tell you guys about it, I want you to try it, okay? But be very careful. This drink is so delicious that you can get drunk off your ass, okay, real quick. So you have to be careful. If you're going to drive, or if you need to drive, get an Uber. This drink tastes just like apple cider, although there is alcohol in it. And the alcohol that I'm going to tell you to put in it, it's really strong, okay? It's no joke. So handle with caution, all right? Here it goes, real quick. A gallon or two, depending on how many guests you have, of apple cider, cinnamon sticks, nutmeg, and a bottle of Apple Crown Royal whiskey, okay? All you do is put it on warm in your crock pot, and voila, you have yourself a wonderful drink. And not only do you have yourself a drink, okay, you have aromatherapy for your whole household because it just makes your house smell like cider. And who doesn't like apples? It smells like apple pie. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you for tuning in to me. I was going to review season 2, episode 6 of The Boys. That is my show. I love that show. If you haven't watched it, tune in to Amazon Prime. The first 6 episodes are already out now. We're waiting for the last 2 to release. The next one, episode 7, will be on this Friday, this coming Friday. And then the season finale will be on Friday, October 9th. Yes, that's it. But I'm not going to do the review today, like that breakdown, because I have some more interesting juice for you guys, and it's too cold to wait to serve. I have to serve it to you guys now. All right, now let's get down to it. So remember way back in February or late March when we all began quarantining? It was the worst. I mean, at first it was okay because you got to stay home from work and everything. But then we started to get a bit stir crazy. The only thing to really do was watch TV, browse the internet. That's all. You couldn't go nowhere. So one thing that was a must watch was the show called Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. It aired on Netflix, and it just blew up. Like, everybody was watching it, and one thing that helped it blow up was the celebrity recognition that it got. Okay? Cardi B was one of the first. She's the reason why I watched it. She said that she watched it. So from there, I saw all the comments go blaze, and then I saw stuff about it in the news headlines. So I had to take a look at it, and I watched it, and I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It's a documentary, and I'm not really into documentaries. I'm into like celebrity stuff, Real Housewives, stuff like that. Not so very deep, But anyways, I tuned in I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I watched episode 1 through the end all in one sitting, okay? Anyways, you meet this guy who's a larger than life personality. His name's Joe Exotic. And unfortunately, Joe Exotic is behind bars right now, so he really couldn't enjoy the fruits of his labor, okay? But one thing that was really cool about this documentary is that before Joe went to jail, he was creating his own show, and it's on YouTube, so there was lots of footage that that could be revealed to us and be made into a show. Okay? And in in this show, you see that he has an arch nemesis. And one of the reasons why he's behind bars is because of his arch nemesis. Now, Joe's behind bars because of a murder for hire plot, okay? Allegedly. I'm not sure if he's convicted or what, but I know he's behind bars. Hopefully he gets out. If he gets a good lawyer, I'm sure there's a chance he can get out. But he's behind bars because he was plotting, allegedly, to kill this woman, his arch nemesis, Carol Baskins, who has a big cat rescue farm in Florida, okay? And this woman, Carol, she's also a larger-than-life personality. And when I say she loves cats, that's an understatement. I swear, she wants to fuck a cat. That's how much she loves cats, okay? This woman, she would marry a cat if you let her. But if you even, like, looked at a cat wrong, I swear she would put a curse on you. That's how deep this woman is into her cats. But anyway, her and Joe have a long arch rivalry going on. They're both in the same industry. They don't like each other at all. At all. Anyways, Joe hates this woman, and if you watch the show, you'll see how this plot unwinds. It's really wrong. I feel like Joe was set up, and it's just not right. But let's get to the juice I have for you. So, over the weekend, it was learned that cadaver dogs, they sniffed human remains of a human body meters from her missing ex-husband's lake house. Okay? Let me rewind a minute. Carol Baskins, her husband, Don Lewis, disappeared in 97, okay? Nobody knew what happened. He literally disappeared into thin air. And this is a rich white man. He's a millionaire. So you would think that the sheriff's office down there would have done like a lot of digging and get to the bottom of this, you know, because he has 3 daughters, he has family that want to know what happened to their father. You know what I mean? So I'm shocked that the sheriff's office closed the case, and it's been a cold case until Tiger King came out. When Tiger King came out, there was a lot of speculation. Everybody said Carol did it. This woman killed her husband. Even I thought so. And what people were saying was that Carol probably put him in a meat grinder that she used to like feed her cats. Because you know, these big tigers and lions, they eat a lot. So she would feed them goats and deer, roadkill, and to feed them, to serve her cats, she would have to grind them up, these things, in a meat grinder, right? So what else could you put in a meat grinder to dispose of? A human body, right? So wouldn't it be a perfect murder if you had a meat grinder and you killed your husband and could just get rid of him so easily and then feed him to your cats? No witnesses, no evidence, you know? It's perfect. So she thought. Anyways, these cadaver dogs that sniffed out human remains, they actually can sniff up to 20 feet below water. So they're really good. It's almost like they're better than those bloodhounds. You know, I think police use them. I think they're British dogs, but they're better than bloodhounds. Cadaver dogs. They're probably the next big thing in police or detective crimes, to solve crimes. Anyways, that sounded like bullshit, but excuse me and my language. Cadaver dogs, they're very well at what they do. They're trained to sniff out the person they're looking for. So they found this body. No, not a body, just remains. They found him. They found his scent, okay? And over the years, it's been like 23 years, so there is no body, especially if she grounded him up in a meat grinder. So what they're going to be looking for is like soft tissue, clothes, teeth, something they can extract DNA from to find out if it's in fact Don Lewis. Now this woman, Carol, she's probably shaking in her boots right now because that's some shit. After 23 years, who would have thought cadaver dogs would find human scents of Don Lewis? That's some shit right there. She could have gotten away with murder, but there's all kinds of things. Oh, and you know what? Somebody put up a reward recently. It's for $100,000 if you can help, if you have any tips, not any tips, but if you can help lead to the solving of his disappearance. Because we all know he's dead. There's no way he's out there just on an island on his own. There's no way. Somebody killed this person, and I think we all know who it is. So if anybody has any information, contact the Sheriff's Department in Brandon, Florida. Okay? Now, I said I would tell you a little bit of juice about The Boys. Just a little something something. If you like The Boys show, there's actually a spinoff in the works. And it's going to happen. They haven't casted anyone yet. And there's no news of when filming's going to happen because of all this COVID stuff. But there's going to be The Boys spinoff. And it's going to be about college-age Stoops going to college. And it's ran by Voila International. And they're actually going to be testing their superpower abilities and competing for the best contracts in the best cities. So it's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be sexy. What I read was there's going to be a lot of sexual stuff in it because it's rated R, and these are college-age Stoops. And you know, Stoops are really big into the sexual thing. And if you notice, in season 1, they touched a little bit on the sexuality of Stoops. And in season 2, if you watched it so far, the sexuality is starting to increase more and more. And we're seeing that Stoops have a large sexual appetite. I think Stoops have more of a sexual appetite than regular humans. And I heard that next season, they're going to dive into that a lot more. That's what it's going to be based on. Oh my gosh, in season 6, or in episode 6 of what I just watched on Friday, wow, there was a superhero who had a penis that hung down to his knee, and it was like this thick. And I'm not sure what that superpower is, but isn't that crazy? Like, what can a dick superpower be? And that would like kill, maybe he could fuck somebody to death. That'd be some shit, right? Anyways, thank you for coming to see me. If you like me, please hit the like button. If you have any constructive criticism, please leave a comment. If you want to give me any tips, want me to report anything, let me know. Just leave a comment. Keep the comments nice, okay, guys? Remember, I'm just starting out. I'm brand new to this, and I'm just going with the flow. But anyways, subscribe to me. I'm going to come out with some more content soon. And I hope to see you guys back here. And remember that hot apple cider recipe. You definitely should give that a try. You will have people lit at all your Halloween parties. All right, bye guys.